Yo, what's going on, guys? DJS here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys this week's Collective Kicks weekly recap. It is Sunday, the 9th of November, and I apologize I did not get one of these videos up last week. I do owe you guys a little bit, so I decided to do one this week. And I also skipped Throwback Thursdays the last couple weeks. It's just been too busy and doing a lot of review videos and all that stuff for a lot of the products that I've been picking up. But let's go ahead and get into it. This week was the big news of the Doernbecher Freestyle 11, and if you guys do know or do not know, I guess I went to the event in person, and that's why yesterday I spammed you guys with a ton of videos. I appreciate you guys for let me do that because I felt bad like posting so many videos in one day, but I did want to get the videos up, and I put them all on this one page right here. As well as you can go to the channel and actually see the videos. And I'm not sure why this one doesn't load a thumbnail, but I know it's a correct video. Anyway, yeah, it shows you guys every single pair, all 6 pairs in detail. A lot of them have the children actually talking to about the shoes and stuff, which I thought was great. It was fun to hear their perspective, and I was talking to them before the event happened. So the doors open at around 5:30. I got there about 15 or so minutes early and just was having a field day. It was so fun to go through and see everything that they had going on and meet the kids, have them talk about the sneakers and the experience. And they were all so positive, and it was just a really cool experience. Ran into Cole, who designed the Doernbecher 3s. He was there again this year. He was there last year as well. Shane Victorino was there in person, as well as Terry Porter. Saw Terry Porter, said hey, but it didn't ask for any pictures or anything like that. But ran into some other local Portland people as well. Also, the shoe game there. G-Rock was there from the shoe game again this year. I remember seeing him last year as well. And then Sneakerbox Clyde came through and was there. So Sneakerbox Clyde, myself, and G-Rock from the shoe game and a couple other people here and there were hanging out, and then we went out to eat afterwards and then hung out a bit more. So it was cool to be able to catch up with some of those dudes and chat with them about sneakers and the event and all that stuff, but just an all-around awesome experience. I wanted to do more of a recap stuff. It was so much to take on, and just to do the videos of every one of the shoes. So the recap was really just showing you all of the event, kind of all of the event videos at once. The other thing to note is the apparel selection is pretty awesome this year. I think they really did a bang-up job on the apparel. Most notably, that one Tech Fleece hoodie from the gal, I think it was Maddie, with the music notes. Just super sick on the upper left right there. Anyway, that is that for the freestyle event. Really cool event. They raised a lot of money. I think just over $2 million from last year's event, and they presented them a check from last year's because that's what they do. Then this year, they presented last year's check from last year's event. And if you guys don't remember, I went to last year's event as well. I did lock in tentatively, and I'm giving you guys a heads up on this for those curious. I did tentatively lock in a pair of sneakers from the event, but I'm waiting to hear more information from Doernbecher, because what ends up happening when you were there, you could donate certain amounts of money, and they start off ridiculously high, like $10,000, and then 5,000 and 1,000 and so on down. But they went down to $250, and that was the lowest one they went to. But if you paid the $250, you could pick any of the Doernbecher shoes, they said, in your size. And I was like, absolutely. I almost did the 500 thing, but then I was like, maybe not, because it costs $150 to go to the event. So 500 would have been a bit too much, but I would have done that. But then when they said 250, I was like, sweet, like this is perfect. So $250, and it goes directly to the charity. So it's a little bit more than retail, but I can't complain about that at all. I'm pretty excited about that. So as I find out more about that, supposedly we'll be able to get the sneakers, and hopefully we'll get them early a little bit if even possible. But more importantly, the money goes to the charity, not to a reseller, and it was $250 directly to Doernbecher. So on top of the $150 already donated. So pretty cool. Excited and definitely want to find out more. I'm waiting for the email from them because they had my bidder number, and so hopefully I hear everything back and I get to choose. Obviously, out of the ones that are available, I'm definitely going to get the Jordan 8s from that. So that's where my head's at. That's what I'm trying to get out of the collection. Like, to be honest, the ones that I really want the most are the Jordan 8s and the pennies, and I'm pretty sure most of the sneaker enthusiasts out there will probably agree those are definitely the two that like reach out. For the wife, the Air Max Theas on the black and red ones, I think were really nice. The dinosaur kind of inspired Janowski Maxes are really cool, but not really my cup of tea. Um, and the Nike Free 5.0s are cool as well. But with that Washington Huskies theme, it's kind of like I don't know if I can swing that. But still a very great design, and you can see the videos again for all of those. Anyway, we need to move on. There's lots and lots of other stuff to cover. I also had the Doernbecher 8 video that I posted up here. I was going to do individual ones for everyone, but it was just a lot of effort to do that, so I decided not to do individual videos, just to recap. And then there was release information that Eskimo posted, and I appreciate him for following up because I was at the event. I couldn't post these. But he released info. He posted the release info, excuse me, on the Air Max Penny and the Doernbecher 8. I did an article here on how to buy the Doernbecher sneakers. If you're interested in that, check out that article because it will hopefully explain to you how to actually purchase the sneakers. A lot of people keep hitting me up on Twitter, on Instagram, leaving comments on videos, asking how can they purchase. And just look at that article if you guys are really curious, because it's very actually, and I'll open it up so you guys can see it in this video. So if you don't want to go look at the article, you can at least look in and screen cap or pause it or whatever. But there's a Q&A section that I made for you guys for this article. Hopefully you guys appreciate this one. I mean, this is pretty normal information for those that have been around for the last handful of years and have tried to buy Doernbecher sneakers. It's nothing's different than the previous years, but if you are still trying to figure it out now and you just don't know, this is all the information you kind of need. I mean, they only sell at Nike Store online. They only sell at Nike Stores locations, and they're listed here for the locations across the U.S. Very select amount. And then when can you purchase them? Usually it's 5 a.m. PST or 8 a.m. EST. 100% of the proceeds go to the charity. They don't go to the family that you buy the sneakers, but they go to Doernbecher in general, the hospital. Yes, the sneakers are all limited. It's not a general release, and I just wanted to address that for whatever it's worth. Also, yes, you can donate directly to the charity, and you can click here and donate to the charity. More importantly, you can see all of the information about the designs and the kids and everything else down below in the article. So check that one out if you guys would like, and hopefully you guys... Hopefully it's helpful for some people out there that are just genuinely interested in the sneakers and hopefully aren't just trying to jump on the hype train. And let's see, moving on, undefeated Lunar or Nike Lunar Force Low. Check out the ones on the left. Those are definitely ones that I actually thought those were the ones from the previous releases, but those ones are not. The ones on the left look pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of the Lunar Force ones though. Personally, I just it's not my favorite kind of model, but looks pretty cool nonetheless. And if you're an Air Force One fan and you just want something with a little bit more comfort, it's definitely a good way to go because of the Lunar, and it's a much lighter sneaker because the rubber on a regular Air Force One is extremely heavy. Moving down, Reebok Pump High and SoleBox collaboration from Kicks Reason. That's actually a pretty nice looking pump there. Black, red, and a white midsole. Kind of looks like a Jordan almost. People are gonna be like, "What? How could you say that?" Anyway, Nike N7 Holiday Collection release dates. The whole collection you can check out in this link here, and if you didn't know, there's a link in the description to the actual channel. Excuse me, to the website. But yeah, that dropped this last weekend. So if you guys are curious or try to pick up any of that stuff or want to pick up any of the N7 collection, feel free and check out the collection. I hope most of it's available still on Nike Store, so you can go over there and check it out. Kicks Reason did a video of the Nike Air Uptempo, and then Forgotten Fridays from D. Strasner did the Chrome Jordan 6 Lows, but he forgot to put the preview image in there. But yeah, Forgotten Fridays, great. I still need to remember to do a Forgotten Friday post on Instagram. Strasner, you need to hit me up on Kick and remind me on Friday, so I do that for you, man. If you actually watch this video, do that, or one of the writers remind me on Friday so I can hashtag something for you guys on there. Zoom Vapor Jordan 3 on the back. Pretty crazy that those actually are happening. I believe it's in a couple of weeks. Check out the article for the pricing info and release date. It's going to be probably pretty limited as the previous one was, and this one's going to be causing a lot more hysteria because the black and I don't know, with the Nike Air and everything, pretty awesome. Converse had a 30% off sale. I believe that it's still going on. You can check the article for more information. But 30% off friends and family, not a bad deal. And yeah, they had some pretty cool ones, including this All-Star rubber kind of pack that they had. And let's see here, the Yeezy threes. Nah, this is the tubulars that get a release date. A lot of people were speculating these were the Yeezy threes originally. Mr. Hype did that article right here, and it looks like November 21st is the release date for those. Uh, Jeremy Lin, Lakers, Adidas, Crazy 8PE. Smiley did an article on that. Looks actually pretty nice. It's funny that they're giving Jeremy Lin a PE. I'm curious if they think he's a big enough talent to actually give him like a signature. I don't think Adidas would do that, considering they already have like I think 4 athletes or so now that have at least 3 athletes obviously that have signature sneakers. But it's kind of like a sidestep for Lane. I don't know. I guess he was getting Nike PE, so same thing. Curious how the comfort level is for those for him. Being that he probably would like to rock maybe a little bit more of a modern sneaker, but who do I know? Or what do I know, I guess. Nike Roshi LD 1000. This is from a new writer. Anytime you see test user, it's usually a new writer that I'm testing out on the site, and I need to follow up with him because he's created his own account and everything, and he could be another writer on the team. But pretty cool article though because of the Roshi and the fragment design. Kind of looks like a Nike Cortez looking sneaker, and it's weird because it's a Roshi. Like you look at it, the tongue's totally different. So, and the tooling is just totally different, but very very cool in my opinion. PJ did an article on the Air Jordan Slam Dunk, explained in details. If anybody deserves those shoes, man, PJ deserves those shoes. I couldn't even get them for myself. Rumor had it that there was only 23,000 pairs made, and I heard that there was only 5 pairs released in Oregon. So I don't know what the hell. Like we didn't get any in Oregon, so it's kind of a bummer. Also, this is the other big news. Is this the Kanye West Adidas Yeezy first look? And I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure on it. Rumor has it that they're dropping the end of November. I don't know what to say about that other than I have no idea. If those are, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past him because those would look like more like the Yeezy 3s than the Tubulars. The Tubulars is too much of a generic looking sneaker. These things look crazy. I was telling somebody that I know that works over at Adidas that doesn't really follow the whole sneaker thing. That I was like, those things are just they're gonna blow. Those are gonna blow up the Adidas website to the point where it's gonna hit capacity that it's never seen before. And he was like, really? Couldn't believe it. But I was like, yeah, dude, just wait it out. Wait till we hear about the release if it happens. And if those are them, and it's going to be crazy. More news to come on that, though. So check back to Collective Kicks for more updates. But pretty crazy. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I mean, they look like they just look hella weird. I need to see more angles and what's going on. The sole looks just crazy. I can imagine stepping in mud and being like extremely difficult to clean. But the leather sort of upper looks just really funky. It looks kind of like a moccasin almost. I mean, like a boot, a moccasin boot. I'm not sure if that's the style that I would be going for. But I would, if those were literally them, I literally would get those and just try to sell them. I would be that guy because I have no interest. I would have no interest in wearing those, but it's so hyped up. How could you not like want to get just to sell them? I mean, I know people are going to hate on me for even saying that, but most people think the same way. If you think something is potentially like going to be the next quote unquote Yeezy. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what ends up happening. That could fund buying that and selling that could fund other sneakers that I would really want, and that's really the way it goes. Nowadays, most sneakers you could buy and resell, they don't give you the most bang for the buck where you could actually do it like a Yeezy potentially. But I guess we'll see what happens. We have no idea how many Adidas is releasing and any other stuff, so curious on how that whole release could potentially go if those are them. Concepts, New Balance 997 Rose. JD Elite wrote the article on that, and those ones dropped again, concepts only. They were still available as I saw yesterday. I almost I had a piqued interest in checking them out, but really, I mean, they were made in the USA. That's the cool part. But I think they were over 202 or 225 when I looked at them in cart. I had them in cart, and I was like, no way, I'm paying that for those. A buck 70, like 75 maybe, but over 200 is a little too much for that collaboration, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Maybe if you guys copped them, leave a comment, let me know. Or if you have them, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and show them to me, or show me a review video so I could see the quality of the leather. I'm sure it's a nice quality, especially if it's handcrafted in the USA. Foamposite hits Nike ID soon. I trolled with that little title right there, but you see the image. It is the CB. It is the Chuck Posit, and it drops November 11th on Nike store. It's rumored as a limited quantity Nike ID, so 270 is the price point though. No thank you on the 270 tip, and I do like the copper look, but man, 270 is too much. Even with the glow sole on that, I'm not really sure what's good. But I guess we'll see when November 6th, or excuse me, when November 11th hits, and I'll definitely try to design a pair and see what's up. So yeah, I don't know. I'll put a link out on Twitter, and hopefully on the site I'll have some designs for you guys when it drops. But it's pretty crazy. The 4 sneakers that dropped this weekend on Nike Store. Did anybody cop any of the sneakers? The Air Jordan 1 black and whites, the Command Forces, the Moab Nike Dunks there, or the Comfort Dunks. I don't know. I had the Command Forces already. I did a video review on those. And just a little spoiler for you guys, I do have the Air Jordan 1s as well. But check back later in the week and I'll show you guys a review of those. And let's move on. Man, this is a long video. I'm going to try to fly by some of these things. Did video reviews on a lot of these things. Air Max 1s. KD Lifestyles if you guys are interested. Also, I'm going to start this new series. And I'm going to do videos on these, but I'm going to post them on the Collectivekicks as well. But it's going to be a monthly going forward of my top picks of the Nike clearance area. It's just a fun thing that I've kind of wanted to do anyway. In store, you know, I go in and do clearance videos and stuff like that. And I have another one actually in the works. I went to Nike Store on Friday, and so I have a bunch of sneaker deals and stuff that I saw at Nike Store or Nike Factory Store. But I wanted to show you guys the virtual version because there's some of these that are online that are great like deals as well. And a lot of the shoes are the same as the ones that you see in store as you do see online, but it's weird that the prices are different. I'm curious to why that is. But regardless, I did my top 6 under $100, and I did my top 5 under $80. The number 1 on my top 5 on that article, was the one that I bought with the Air Pegasus 89s or whatever those were. That orange and gray colorway, super sick, really nice quality. Super happy with that purchase for $80. Shipped. So this is going to be kind of a thing going forward, so you guys can see just kind of my top picks, as well as there'll be a link to like all of the other things on clearance if you guys have any curiosity to see what is available out there. And it's just one of those things to bring to your attention that's out there, but it's fun actually to show you, because some people forget about checking on Nike and seeing stuff on clearance, and it's one of those things that's fun to go do if you find something especially that you were looking at like 2 months ago that you forgot about. So just stuff like that is fun. Anyway, teaser of the AJ3 Vapors. Again, Sneaker Tutor did that one. And Nick did an article on the return of the metallic AJ5 2015. I'm surprised that they're doing that, to be honest. I'm surprised that they're bringing those ones back. I don't know if I don't see it being an overhyped colorway, but depending on how many pairs they're dropping of the Jordan 5 in 2015, I guess we'll see. I definitely want to see the premium feel to the 2015, like the remastered series version of the 5, because the 5 is just such a sick model to me. Seeing it in higher quality than some of the crappy releases that we saw, including the Fire Reds and the Laneys. Both different types of leather, but not very good in my opinion. Can't wait to see more of what we had. It would be kind of interesting if they took some of the regular like colorways that we've seen on like, I don't know how to say this, but like to have like a Jordan 5 themed after a Jordan 4 shoe, whatever. Kind of like the 5 Lab 3 or the Lab concept, but not so much down to like the all over print taking over the entire sneaker, just parts of the inspiration and doing like a different version, like a grape Jordan 4 or something like that. I mean, people do their customs like that, but it would be kind of interesting to see Jordan Brand pick up that concept and make it official. Air Gunnet 3 video review from Kicks Reason, very dope shoe. I actually have been looking for that pair on eBay for a while as well. I just never pulled the trigger on it. Um, the Reebok Rafter, I've never seen that. Retro 2015. Kicks Reason did that article, and then the FU or the FM Supreme Vans collab that dropped last week. Did anybody pick those up? That's a little bit too. I would get in trouble if I wore those to work with the verbiage on the sides of the shoe. But Smiley did that article as well as an article talking about concepts expanding, which is pretty crazy to think about. And I'm going to do one more page and then I got to call it a day because this video is getting really long. But there's lots of articles here. Shout out to all the writers for holding it down because I had a really, really busy work week last week. I was in company meetings for 2 weeks with client meetings and stuff, and so it was really tough. It was a tough schedule for me, but you guys pulled through for me. So just a genuine thank you to all the writers for doing your guys' part. Kicks Reason did another Reebok collaboration. It is obviously he does quite a few of the Reebok articles. Eskimo did one on another potential Mellow, or I guess not a potential, but the Mellow PE, not the release. Reebok Shacknosis, Kicks Reason, and then more Reebok stuff there. And Supreme Air Force One. Crazy that those actually dropped on Nike.com. Kind of surprised by that. Surprised to see the hype of these Supreme Air Force Ones as well. Just because it's an Air Force One, and like 2 years ago, a year ago, people did not care about Air Force Ones. In fact, let me preface that and say 2 weeks ago, people did not care about Air Force Ones until they saw these. So it's funny that you throw a Supreme on and it kind of just sullies the. I don't know. It makes it so the hype train comes back around, but not everything with Supreme is. Eventually, Supreme's going to have its time, and it won't be the new like it thing or whatever. I just curious to see when. And I don't say that in any with any negative connotation. I just mean like I used to be a huge Kid Robot fan, always buying Kid Robot T-shirts. I spent a lot of money on that stuff. I spent $200 on hoodies from Kid Robot, and I sold some of them on eBay for like $30. Like they don't hold their value, and if you buy the stuff with the intent to that it's going to hold their value, you're going to be majorly let down. But really, I wasn't really let down for the fact that I was trying to hold any value to what I was buying. I just genuinely liked Kid Robot's products, but it was funny to me that I spent so much money on something and for no reason. I mean, I still have a couple hoodies that are $200+ that have they're not cool. Nobody likes them anymore. They're not even cool looking. So at that point, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling there on that, but it's kind of funny. Command Force did a video review of those if you guys are curious with it on foot, if you guys didn't see that the other week. Forgotten Fridays from last week, and then I'm just going to kind of browse through. I did the Box Troll review video as well, and then the Adidas Originals. Those look pretty sick, actually. Mr. Hype did an article on those ones, and they look like they were available. And then let's see what we have. More Black Brand stuff from Mr. Hype. Air Force One, the Flax colorway came out, and if you guys already knew the other week. And then let's see here. Oh yeah, the Charlotte Hornet colorway of the Jordans, like all the retros. There's a whole bunch, 11 different models there, and also there was this custom PE that not custom. It was custom to the person. It was official from Jordan Brand PE with that claw handprint, pretty rad logo and design. And yeah, those some more articles here. I apologize. I'm going to end it here. There's a lot more articles. The other thing that I apologize for is not keeping up on the release calendar. That's one thing I never usually use Chrome for this. I would only use Safari, but I haven't been keeping this up. I will start to keep this up. Some of these dates have shifted, I'm sure, and I'll add the rest of them for the rest of the year, November and December. Mark my words, by next week I will show you guys the release calendar, and it will be updated with all of at least Nike's main stuff, and then maybe some Adidas or any other major release dates. But I'll try to do that. I'll get most of it done by next week. So when I show you guys this, I'll show you guys the forthcoming releases, and we'll see what's happening in the future weeks. But thank you guys for listening to the video and watching the video as much as you guys were watching. Appreciate you guys' support, and thank you for letting me spam all the Doernbecher videos to you guys. Back to the regularly scheduled program, and we'll catch you guys for some more videos later this week. Peace.